All right, y'all, welcome back to the journey, or actually, the scuttlebutt. And this is actually a special scuttlebutt because we had posted on Friday that I had been working on something a little on the side. We do have a video coming out tomorrow. You might be able to see a little sneak peeks, a little sneaky peeky. That's not what I was talking about, though. Obviously, members, if you're a member over on the main channel at the Club Click Gang or above, and that video is posted right now, you have the opportunity to go watch it. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, to be able to see it. So, yeah, one of the things that we had talked about a little while back, a few months back, is we had seen that there used to be a road that went up the ridge. And yeah, I started clearing that out. So this was about, say, 5 hours worth of work with the tractor. Because, believe it or not, let me get an example. Here, let me get you flipped around. These are still considered like saplings, right? Pretty much. I mean, they're small. But the cedars are fine, but the pine, when you get a pine tree that's about that size, they do not want to come out of the ground. They do not. Even with the tractor and using the grapple, to kind of break up the root system and stuff. But that's the thing with pines is, even as a very small tree, right, they have what's called a taproot. And that taproot just goes straight down, and it goes down really far. So it's not just a root ball, right, that you're trying to get out. So that's the thing with that is, man, some of those pines just do not want to do nothing. And sorry, I know it's going to be a little windy today. And we're in peak rut season right now, so hopefully I'm not over here scaring off the deer, because I also want to get over here and oh, sorry, I started seeing tracks on the road. I was like, that look like four-wheeler tracks, but I think it's from the tractor. Yeah. Well, I know sometimes a neighbor will just like show up, so if the gate's open. But here we go. So yeah, I started clearing all this out, and then because I was able to look on Google Earth to see, right, because you can look at historical data, and if you go back to 2006, it shows that there was a road right here. Well, I started going. Now, elevation change from where we sit, the house, we're at like 882 feet elevation, right? Well, to the top of the hill was 1019, I think. 1019. So yeah, it was 100. Well, and even then walking all the way down that way, right, to where the culvert sits, coming across the field, so that's our lowest point. So from the lowest point to the highest point, all the way up top of the hill, was 191 feet difference. 191 feet. So that's the elevation change. And it's, yeah. So this gets to be pretty steep right here. And if you kind of look, right, there's, I know it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but there is a ditch. And then obviously when you come up here a little further in, over here on the left side, and it starts about right in here, right, it starts getting steep. So just from where we first started walking to where the gate is, I mean, that's already, at least, because I'd be standing above the gate, so we're already at about a 10 foot elevation change just in that short little space, right? And then from here it just starts getting steeper. So yeah, it's pretty steep for a driveway. So what I was thinking, right, what I'm thinking is instead of going where the original road was, is actually going that way. And then kind of, because our land, it kind of goes in like circles around. So we have at the very top of the ridge, one area, I mean, it's about 2 acres worth of land that is like dead flat. And then it starts sloping. So it's a 50-foot difference. So to the next like little plateau, right? Because it's not like a down and then flat and down and flat. No, it will start sloping, but the next big area that is only a 50-foot difference, from one to the next, is almost like a 8-acre area, right? So we have plenty of space. I mean, there's at least 10 acres on top of the ridge that is only within a 50-foot elevation difference from one side to the other. So pretty good, right? They only have a 50-foot change in a 10-acre period, a 10-acre area, right? So that kind of lets you know basically how flat it is. So yeah, with this, I've been kind of coming up here, just clearing out stuff. And then, but like, obviously that's a big pine. But some of these pines, just trying to see if they would push over. And no, like that one, nothing. That one, nothing, right? I couldn't get those to do nothing. They're kind of bigger, but you see that there's like a ditch right here. So the road itself, right? Because there's like a little hump right here. That was the edge. So this was actually part of the road, and that eroded, right? So with the water coming down where the road, so I'm actually shifted over probably a good 10 foot of where the original road was. Because where that ditch is where the road used to be, right? And then obviously all these trees grew up in there, because this is back 2006 when I was there. So that's almost 20 years, right? Because the road itself was only here, like on the map itself, you could really only see it for about 3, maybe 4 years, give or take, because they only update the map every 3 years. And by that 6th year, you couldn't even tell that there was a road here anymore. It was all the trees and stuff were growing over and you couldn't tell, right? But yeah, coming up here, right, because it gets to be like a really deep washout. So obviously this would do the same thing if we didn't upkeep it. But I'm still going to go through, I'm going to clear this out. And I do want to probably bring in a dozer just to give us a nice crown. I want to be able to have this more as like an exit road, right? Coming down the hill will be fine. Coming back up, especially during winter, probably not the greatest. So, but we've also talked about where our power line is over there coming in, that's where we want the driveway to come. So that's another option too, was because on that side of the property, the incline is nowhere near as steep as this side of the property. So what another thunking was of where that power line comes in, of coming up on that side of the hill to come up, and then because we're going to clear out 1 to 2 acres up on the top, that's where we are building our final home, where we want to, like our retirement home, right? So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been working on. So I'm gonna get out here and do a little bit of hunting today, because it is the peak rut right now today. So deer should even still be moving during the day. And yeah, that's it. So whole lot of work. A whole lot got done in only 5 hours. So I'm loving my tractor. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I do have another video coming out that's going to talk about the tractor, talk about some of the bolts and such. Because, yeah, TYM, I guess is a known issue that they have bolts that will back out. And they put it in their manual that you got to check them every single day before use. And I have little tips and tricks of making that process a little quicker. So look forward to that video coming out here soon. It should be Wednesday's video. All right. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully y'all have had a great weekend. Get out there and thank a veteran with every chance you get. Not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Later, friends.